Welcome to ArchRivals Football Season 4. Sponsored by Raz Energy, Steiner Sports, and Super Draft Pro. Here is your starting lineup for Season 4. Number 20, Darnell, the Playmaker, Sallins. Number 96, Alex, the Bear Man, Al-Kazzaz. And number 69, Ricky, the Master of Mayhem, Litwinkowich. Kickoff is starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ArchRivals Football Season 4. I am here on my birthday doing the show for you guys because NFL is done. We got done with Week 9. We got to preview Week 10. We also got to recap all this stuff and what took place and news out of Indianapolis and all this other good stuff. So, I'm here. I'm not alone. I have my co-host with me, the man out there in Dallas, out there representing the Cowboys out in Texas, coming off their bye week and getting ready for a big game in Lambeau Field on Sunday for America's Game of the Week. The Bear Man himself, Al-Kazzaz.
You could just say I'm in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and if anybody needs further clarification, I'm on the Fort Worth side.
Either way, your team was on the bye week, so you can't trash them this week.
Well, I didn't exactly trash them last week either.
No, you was trying to.
No, as a matter of fact, I don't know if I told you this, but Cowboy fans were giving me hell because I praised Justin Fields. Do you know why I praised Justin Fields?
I'm pretty sure you're going to praise him again when we get to that game too. So,
because Justin Fields, with his brilliant running work, he made the Cowboys defense look soft. He fooled it single-handedly numerous times. Justin Fields deserves credit for that game. But since if those Cowboy fans can't understand that, why bother? Why not even bother? But anyway,
why do you bother there while I'm sharing out the show?
Because sometimes you got to give them that well-educated journalism perspective to see if they can learn from it. But in most cases, it's quite useless.
Where are they learning from?
The likes of Ricky gets what I'm saying. I'm sure Mr. John Misak feels this exact same way. I'm sure you've been in that boat too. Sometimes it's just not even worth the effort.
What boat?
The boat of trying to explain to certain fans of a certain situation, but they just don't get it. Either they don't want to get it, or they're just,
At this point in time, they ain't gonna have no choice because what's going on with us. When Thursday get here, it's not going to be pretty, shall I say. So, let's jump right into it, shall we? Starting off with Thursday Night Football, we had the lone unbeaten team in the league, the Philadelphia Eagles. Shout out to Eric Wilson, James Tatum, Cooper Kane, all the other Eagle fans that I haven't named yet. They came out struggling in the first half, but it was dominant in the second half, beating the Houston Texans 29-17. Bearman, do you recall anything from Thursday night?
Well, we had a game after halftime, and then then the Eagles just said, "Oh, enough's enough."
That was Thursday Night Football, ladies and gentlemen. Moving right along to Sunday. Head to the ATL because the LA Chargers coming up there by a week without their two receivers of Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. They was in the 30 South to take on who was the once upon a time leaders of the NFC South, the Atlanta Falcons. But after jumping up to a 10-0 lead, the Chargers came back and outscored the Falcons 20-7 to win the game 20-17. The Chargers got a needed win, and the Falcons let one slip away there, man.
Wasn't the play where the Chargers fumbled and then the Falcons player recovered, but then he fumbled and the Chargers got the ball back?
I'm pretty sure that happened.
Yeah, well, I hate to bring it up because I'm sure that particular play must have drove your sister insane.
She'll be all right. By the way, she's been she's been going crazy because it's my birthday. That woman is like the best sister ever in the world.
Yeah, if anybody in the chat would remembers that particular play, yeah, let me know.
All right. So yeah, Falcons let one squander away. Shame on them for letting that happen. Shouldn't have happened, but it did. Got to give the people some numbers here. So, do you have Marcus Mariota's numbers?
Yes, I do, as a matter of fact. 12 for 23, 129 yards.
Justin Herbert, 30 for 43, 245, a touchdown and a pick. Shout out to Jordan Palmer stepping in for both receivers that were down. We talking about 8 catches for 106 yards.
Well, 8 cat, yeah. I mean, stepped in for the challenge and delivered. I mean, you know what? He got the opportunity of a lifetime. He made the most of it. So the Chargers better keep him around because, you know, never know when they're going to need him. At this point, you might as well use him. He's motivated and focused. That's what you need. It's about positive vibes.
Yeah. It's nice for him to get Austin Eckler back, even though he only had 14 carries for 47 yards on the touchdown, but he also had a receiving touchdown, so he had 2 touchdowns. Okay. Oh, buddy. Go Jacksonville, Florida. The Jaguars came home after a tough loss over in London to the Denver Broncos. They had to play against the other AFC West team in the Las Vegas Raiders. And Bearman 17-0 went away pretty quickly.
Yes, it did, as a matter of fact. You know, and of course, you know what I have to continue to endure. You know what I have to live with, right? As far as the Raiders go, you know what it is I have to live with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I mean, thankfully, it's not just me. I mean, I know that Uncle Ricky himself has to do it too, but here's the deal. The difference between me and Ricky is that, well, everybody knows, but you know what? And I'm not gonna lie. I mean, what's the point? Might as well take responsibility. But yeah, I picked the Raiders to win their division, and I was wrong, big time.
Woo.
Let me ask you this. Well, we'll get to the Broncos in a little bit because there was a certain prediction I made with the Broncos. But we'll get to that.
How do you jump on the 17-0 on the Jacksonville Jaguars? And we're talking Devontae Adams going stupid off on the Jaguars. And what he had 10 catches, 142 and 2 touchdowns.
146 yards. 146 yards.
You're looking at this like, well, I think the Raiders might have turned the corner. Let's see. In the second half, they didn't score a goddamn point. Jacksonville outscored them 17-0 in the second half after being down 20-10 at halftime. What is up with the Raiders, man? What is up with the Raiders? Does anybody have an answer for me? What's going on with the Las Vegas Raiders? Anybody?
Well, I mean, I could say they supposedly had the potential of being a main event star, but it turns out they're jabronis. Or to give a little hilarious pro wrestling reference, maybe they weren't feeling Boosie.
Oh my God.
Okay, Darnell, you know that particular wrestling moment is a defining moment in wrestling that's going to be talked about for a long time.
Yeah, I know. Derek Carr, 21 for 36, 259, 2 touchdowns. Trevor Lawrence, 25 for 31, 235 and a touchdown. Travis Etienne was the better of the 2 running backs. This is hard to believe when it comes to Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs, 17 carries, 67 yards. Travis Etienne for the Jaguars, 28 carries, 109 yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns.
Admit it, by the way, you laughed when you saw that segment when Sami Zayn said that. You were laughing.
Hell, everybody was laughing.
Even the tribal chief himself.
So the Jaguars moved to 3-6. The Raiders dropped to 2-6. That's just hard to say. 2-6. Ouch. And then we go from the AFC South back to the NFC South because the Carolina Panthers took the trip up north to face off with the Cincinnati Bengals, and
not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5. And you know what the blessing is for me is that Mixon was on my Mixon's on my starting lineup.
Joe Mixon scores 5 touchdowns. Bengals dominate Panthers 42-21. And by the way, we had a Baker Mayfield sighting.
Did Baker didn't start this game, did he?
No, it was PJ Walker.
Okay. Yeah, he comes in, finishes 14 for 20, 155 yards and 2 touchdowns. But if those came in the fourth quarter, you know what we call those? You know what we call those kinds of scoring, right? We call those garbage time stats.
Of course, because Joe Mixon. Well, I get Joe Mixon a little later. Joe Burrow, 22 for 28, 206, 1 touchdown. T. Higgins led the receiving corps with 7 catches, 60 yards. So they got him a win without their main star, Jamar Chase, albeit the Carolina Panthers. But, you got to play your schedule, right?
Yep.
You got to play in front of you. And speaking of playing who's in front of you, let's go to the Motor City. Let's go to Detroit, Michigan.
Mind everybody, Mixon scored 4 on the running game. He caught another.
I was going to get to that later on. There's a reason why I didn't say his stats.
Oh, right.
But speaking of Detroit, Michigan, Ford Field, NFC North battle. I guess somebody don't own the Detroit Lions because you want to do the counting again?
Do I want to do what again?
You want to do the counting again? Because this man had, I believe, let's see, not 1, not 2, but 3 interceptions.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about Jared Goff.
Oh, I know you're not talking about Jared Goff. As a matter of fact, let me put it like this, because a certain rapper actually had something to say about the situation. You know what I mean? You saw it, didn't you?
Weezy F, baby.
I mean, Lil Wayne had definitely some harsh words, but I'm not going to say it out here. I would strongly encourage you to look it up. If you want to know, then you got to go see it. You got to see it for yourself, if you will. But yeah, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, and it's very, very rare that the Detroit Lions even pick up wins against Green Bay. Is it not? I mean, isn't this something you probably see maybe once every 2 seasons or so?
I mean,
especially that way, 15-9.
We ain't talking about any type of interceptions. We're talking interceptions and scoring territory interceptions. Even Matt LaFleur looking at Aaron was like, "What the hell is wrong with you today?"
Okay, this is why I always bring up the question, because when I ask these questions, I need people to really answer me in the most sophisticated and serious way. What is wrong with the Green Bay Packers? Is it the coaching? Is Aaron Rodgers just old and washed up? Is it because there's no motivation, there's no drive, there's no passion? I mean, what the heck's going on? I mean, just, to quote the famous Vince Lombardi, what the hell's going on out here?
You know what Ryan Clark did?
What?
Ryan Clark referenced Jay-Z. The Green Bay Packers got 99 problems, and their quarterback is one of them.
Well, that's another noble way of doing it.
Aaron, how he threw a floating duck right to Aiden Hutchinson. Like, that was a gift to the rookie DN for the Detroit Lions. When your offensive tackle, Bakhtiar, was wide the freak open in the end zone.
And that was on that fourth down play, was it not?
Yeah. Now tell me this: what does Stephen A. Smith always call Aaron Rodgers?
What? Oh, the bad man.
He just bad this year. He is terrible. I mean, good Lord. You can't fault the receivers on this. You can't fault the running game on this. You can't even fault the defense on this. Defense only give up 15 damn points. Aaron Rodgers threw 3 ugly picks to the Lions. 3. This is bad. This is very bad. So, hey, gotta continue moving on because
everybody's already asking me, how do I feel about Dallas going in the game against Green Bay?
He'll get to you on that later on this week.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Oh, Sam Mellinger. I think Bearman, you got some kind words. You got some encouraging words for Sam Mellinger because he went to Foxborough and he got the Foxborough welcome like most rookie quarterbacks do when they go up there, or first year starting quarterbacks do when they go up there. 9 sacks. Oh my gosh. Bill Belichick does what he does best to those type of quarterbacks. He just.
Well, speaking of the Indianapolis Colts, they fired their head coach.
Yeah, we're going to get to that. You ready for this? Sam Mellinger. 15 for 29. 103 interception. Leading rusher, too. 5 carries for 39 yards. They ain't having a run game, but Jonathan Taylor didn't play.
Well, we all know the Colts can't have the number 1 overall pick.
I mean, Bill Belichick has had his way with the Colts.
Unless they lose all the rest of the games and the Texans somehow, something like that happens. But
yeah. Frank Ward deserved to get fired after this. That was ugly. That was pure adultery.
This game itself, I mean, both teams, like with the total yards, New England with 203 total yards and Indianapolis with 121. And 43 passing yards for the Indianapolis Colts. 0 for 14 on third down.
Yeah, it was ugly. It was downright ugly. Oh my gosh, my Colts fans, I feel your pain. It just went down here. Frank Wright gets fired. Jeff Saturday's new is the interim head coach, surprisingly.
I was going to ask you, is this part of the game plan? Are we going to talk about that? Because I do have actually something to say about that.
Go ahead, because I'm trying to figure out. Hey, don't get me wrong. I love Jeff Saturday on Gale. He's a very entertaining person. How in the hell he got the interim coaching job when you already had?
That's exactly how I feel. I mean, I always felt that Jeff Saturday never got enough credit. Because, when you think of the best Colts players, from our days growing up, you think of Peyton Manning, Joseph Adai, Dallas Clark, Marvin Harrison. But I feel like Jeff Saturday never.
Let's not forget about Adrian James.
Who?
Adrian James.
Oh, of course, yeah, of course, him too, and of course, Pierre Garcon, Reggie Wayne, those guys. But yeah, like Jeff Saturday, very exciting, very positive. Definitely somebody I would love to have one day, be able to do a show with because he really brings the exciting vibe to the show. Really makes it a very happy experience. He's all like basically keeping it positive. So it's just that it came out of nowhere. I was like, Jeff Saturday isn't even a name that even came to mind when you think of a replacement head coach. But I mean, look, don't get me wrong. Do I have confidence in Jeff Saturday? Yeah, no doubt. But this whole thing, I mean, him being named the interim head coach, I mean, I get it. It's interim. It's not permanent. I mean, at least not yet. I mean, who knows? But okay, well, in all seriousness, I really doubt the Colts are going to make him the permanent head coach. But the bottom line is Jeff Saturday, without a doubt, is not a name that anybody could have perhaps anticipated. I mean, I know I couldn't have. I don't know about you. I mean, obviously, you just kind of clarified that because you were basically just as surprised as I am.
What did he do to get a head coach to keep that job? Besides being a great center for the Indianapolis Colts. What did he do? This funny part is Roy G. Wayne is on the coaching staff for the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah, I know, right?
Jim Irsay.
Well, some people would say, why not the offensive coordinator? But remember, the offensive coordinator wasn't he recently also fired by the Colts?
He was fired.
Yeah.
But I mean, okay. Let's see how Saturday do with the last they 3-5-1, so that's what a total of 9 games.
Well, speaking of Jeff Saturday, he has recently been a coach from 2017 to 2020. He was actually a coach in Georgia for a college preparatory academy in Georgia.
Yeah, it was a high school.
But still, I mean, yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, but still, I mean, he's a legend. His resume, everything with the Colts. I mean, he won the Super Bowl. We'll never forget that. 6 Pro Bowls. He's a member of the Indianapolis Colts Ring of Honor. No, not the Pro Wrestling Podcast. The NFL Team Ring of Honor. But I mean, it's like I said. I mean, look, do I have confidence in him? Yeah, I do. There's no doubt in my mind. I have a lot of confidence in Jeff Saturday. It's just I didn't expect it. And I wish him the best of luck.
Now we go to Soldier Field. Still talking about Logan and the high-power offense of the Miami Dolphins. Went to Soldier Field in Chicago, Illinois to face off with Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears. Back and forth affair between these two. Miami scored, Chicago responds until it got to the point where the Bears ran out of gas and couldn't respond good enough to overtake the Miami Dolphins. 35-32. The Dolphins win this one. Tua Tagovailoa, 21 for 30, 302 yards, 3 touchdowns. Tyreek Hill, 7 catches, 143 receiving yards and a touchdown. Justin Fields had a fun day. 17 for 28, 123 and 3 touchdowns. Also ran the ball 15 times for 178 yards and a touchdown.
It's really nice. He throws a hat trick of touchdowns, and he rushes 107, and he even scores one on his own. I mean, isn't it amazing? Look at that. 17 for 28, 123 yards, still get 3 touchdowns, but the running game, right there. You see, I think Justin Fields is kind of proving something. Like, he's definitely a good quarterback, but I think it's the talent around him that's the problem. But some people will say, well, they got Chase Claypool. It shouldn't have been a problem.
Who was they starting running back?
Was it Montgomery or Herbert?
So David Montgomery is the starting running back. Why the freak he ain't getting the ball?
Well, he got 14 carries.
Justin Fields should not be carrying the ball 15 damn times.
Yeah, I think the reason, and I imagine part of the reason is because, the last thing the Bears need is Justin Fields getting injured, right?
Oh, yeah. Wait till we get to the next game, which is right now, because I'm finna look these two together. Dude, let's go to the Meadowlands. And we're not talking about the Giants. We're talking about the New York Jets, who faced off against the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen. Jets 20, Bills 17. The Buffalo Bills' second loss of the season. And not the only loss in this goddamn game because of Bearman.
The Jets are 6-3 and second in the division.
Do you want to fill in why the Bills lost twice in this game?
Oh yeah, because Mr. Josh Allen appears to have suffered. Well, I'm not a medical expert. I mean, you know how they put the sophisticated names of these injuries. The body part, the tendon. Whatever. Mm-hmm. Based on what I saw, I mean, sometimes you just read it. That you just have the feeling it's serious. I mean, a UCL injury, you just know this does not feel good. I mean, an elbow injury is not good for a quarterback, period, especially on the throwing arm. Now, I don't know if I've seen an official diagnosis. I've seen, the only thing ESPN says they mentioned it's sore, so they stress it's not confirmed yet, but still, obviously the feeling is it does not look good.
Josh Allen, 18 for 34, 205, 2 interceptions. Wait for it. 9 carries, 86 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Well, Josh Allen did actually say, he said, and I quote, "There's some slight pain, but we'll get through it," unquote. Huh.
I ain't taking the word players say. They ain't gonna tell it you.
Some sources flirted with the idea of Tommy John surgery, and then of course everybody says, "I thought that's for baseball players." No, a football player can undergo Tommy John surgery. The recovery process, as far as I know, well, I mean, some would say the recovery process is not as long as it is for a pitcher, but if it's for a quarterback and if it's on his throwing arm, I think that kind of basically would say otherwise. And of course, Allen, as we know, he hasn't missed a regular season game since his rookie season, but a UCL injury in his right elbow. Well, okay, anyway, and when he missed time, it was the same injury. It was a UCL injury. He went on to miss 4 games.
Look here. If Josh Allen has a serious injury to his arm, the Bills are done.
No faith in Case Keenum. No faith.
It is over.
No faith in Case Keenum.
Hell, man, look here. They're done. They'll probably still make the playoffs because they already got 6 damn wins already. But they're done if Josh Allen is done for the season. It's over. Super Bowl title, you can kiss that goodbye. Super Bowl appearance, you can kiss that goodbye without Josh Allen. And why is Josh Allen in the predicament? He was running the freaking football.
Yeah, it was on the
back to Justin Fields.
Final drive too.
Going back to Justin Fields, running the ball 15 damn times. What do you think is eventually going to happen with Justin Fields? Because somebody going to light his ass up. Y'all better pay attention. If you notice, the quarterbacks who have been winning Super Bowls, who won the Super Bowl last year?
That would be Matthew Stafford. Oh, yeah.
Who won the Super Bowl before that? That would be Thomas Edward Brady.
Yeah, Tom Brady.
Who won it before that? Oh, that would be Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. And before that, it was Tom Brady as well.
Do I need to keep going? Do you see a theme here? Yeah. Quarterbacks who don't run the ball that damn much. Patrick Mahomes can run, but he ain't trying to run. What Patrick Mahomes want to do is buy time, so he throw the ball down the goddamn field. Nah, he would run if he have to. Are you gonna see Patrick Mahomes running the ball 9 times in the game, Bearman?
I would sincerely hope not. At least not on long plays. Now, if it's like a 1-yard touchdown run, then. But.
Don't make no sense. And then we go down to the nation's capital, Landover, Maryland. It was the Washington Commanders taking on the Minnesota Vikings in a game which the Commanders could have stolen from the Minnesota Vikings, but they simply couldn't do it. Leaving Kirk Cousins beat his former team 20-17. Kirk Cousins 22 for 40, 265, 2 touchdowns and an interception. Dalvin Cook 17 carries, 47 yards. Justin Jefferson 7 catches, 115, and he finally got in the goddamn end zone.
You like that?
Taylor Heineke 15 for 28, 149, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Curtis Samuel had one of those touchdowns on 3 catches for 65 yards. Commanders, y'all let one get away. Y'all had a chance to have a big win on your resume, even though you just not college football in the NFL. But you let the Vikings go to 7-1 while y'all dropped to 4-5.
I mean, 13 points scored in the fourth quarter by Minnesota.
And then we get to our afternoon slate, but there's only 2 games, both featuring the NFC West teams. Seattle Seahawks took the trip to the site of Super Bowl 57, Glendale, Arizona, as they took on Kyler Murray, Arizona Cardinals. You thought this was a game at first, and then Seattle decided to pull away towards the end, defeating the Cardinals 31-21. Geno Smith, 26 for 34, 275, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Kyler Murray on the other side, 25 for 35, 175, 2 touchdowns. Kenneth Walker had the running attack down pat, 26 carries, 109 yards, 2 touchdowns. Guess who's the leading rusher for the Arizona Cardinals? Bear man. Let's take a guess. Let's take a while.
Oh, that was used to Kyler Murray.
8 carries for 60 yards.
Mm-hmm. As far as Geno Smith goes, You know,
He's still in right back.
All those people that gave me crap for actually saying give him a chance to prove himself, because they say the same thing. He had his chance last season. He didn't do well. Okay, yeah, but this time he goes in as the starter. Okay, this time it's a different situation. And Geno Smith has done.
He still hasn't rolled back yet.
What?
He still hasn't rolled back to his numbers yet.
Yeah, and Geno Smith is doing good.
The leading NFC West team, the Seattle Seahawks, 6-3. Reverse the record, and you have the Arizona Cardinals 3-6. And speaking of team in the NFC West who has won only 3 games, that would be one Super Bowl defending champion, Los Angeles Rams. They was in a familiar place and against a familiar team down in South Florida against the GOAT that is Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Man, I'm gonna let you finish this off because if I continue on,
Man, if it's the Cowboys, okay, hey, no, you got to do it, dude. This, it's you. This is on you, dude.
Just know when Ramley Talk get here, I'm going the effing off on Ramley Talk Thursday.
The Rams running game is still.
I'm going flapping off because I'm gonna go off on Michael Irvin from what he said on Per Se yesterday. I'm gonna go off on Sean McVay. I'm gonna go off on Matthew Stafford. I'm gonna go off everybody that ain't on the damn defense. If you're not on the defensive side, you're gonna feel me tomorrow on Thursday for Ramley Talk because damn it,
Cooper Kupp had a good game.
This is ridiculous.
Tom Brady threw the ball 58 times.
This is freaking ridiculous of what took place in South Florida. The Rams are here at 3-5. Looking up at the Washington Commanders. Let me say that again. The Los Angeles Rams, the reigning defending Super Bowl champions, are looking up at the Washington Commanders because they have 4 wins. This is completely unacceptable.
Preach, brother, preach.
You gave Tom Brady another damn crack at the goddamn map, and guess what he did with it?
Oh, he took it big time.
And by the way, just so you know, I love exactly what Jalen Ramsey did after the game. Michael Irvin. Oh, trust me, I'm coming at you on Wrangler Talk because what you said about Jalen Ramsey. Oh, no. I am happy.
Don't go after the real playmaker, dude.
Oh no, he started this, so I'm finishing it. Because damn it, if I was to give y'all the stats on this one, you will see why I'm angry and I'm happy Jalen Ramsey called out the goddamn offense. Because that was pathetic. That was very pathetic. Sunday Night Football. Malik Willis got his second consecutive start during his rookie season because Ryan Tannehill couldn't go. They were in Arrowhead to take on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Does that say 17-20? And does that say overtime?
Yep.
That means the Titans came to play despite having a rookie quarterback, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Malik Willis, 5 for 16, 80 yards. That's terrible. That was literally terrible. King Henry, 17 carries, 115, 2 touchdowns. Patrick Mahomes.
Is that all we have at this point?
Yeah, pretty much. 43 out of 68 passes, 446 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. But he was also the leading rusher because he had 6 carries for 63 yards and a touchdown.
And look, and he threw the ball 68 times. 68 times. Oh, boy.
The Kansas City are 6-2 on the season. The Titans are 5-3 on the season. Both teams leading their division. And neither quarterback and neither team looked impressive. It just so happened Kansas City got a dude named Patrick Mahomes. That's just better than everybody else on the field. Outside of Derrick Henry. And then we get to last night, Monday Night Football. Down in the Big Easy, the season Superdome, as the New Orleans Saints were hosting the Baltimore Ravens. The lone game that me and Bearman split on, and the Saints didn't bring that match that they had against the Raiders to the Ravens. Because that defense
that wasn't a good day.
Ravens,
it wasn't a good day for you because you picked the Saints.
Because the defense of the Baltimore Ravens looked like the defense of the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, well, specifically in the secondary.
Andy Dalton, 19 for 29, 210, the touchdown and the pick. Alvin Kamara, 9 carries for 30 yards.
Roquan Smith actually played.
He's the reason why Alvin Kamara didn't go no goddamn well. Every time he got the ball, goddamn Roquan Smith was right there.
Alvin Kamara, 9 carries for 30 yards.
Now, you see here, Lamar Jackson, 12 passes completed out of 22 attempted, 133 and a touchdown. Guess who was the leader rusher, though? It wasn't Lamar Jackson.
It was Kenyon Drake.
24 carries, 93 yards, and 2 touchdowns. You see? Baltimore says, you're not running as much as you used to because we need to protect your ass. Get the ball to Kenyon Drake. You see what happens when you invest in a running game? You see what happens? Lamar Jackson's numbers pathetic. Let's call it what it is. It's pathetic, correct? That is pathetic. 133?
Oh, no doubt. 12 for 22, 133 yards, yeah.
That is pathetic. But you had a running game. And what does a running game do for a quarterback there, man?
Well, it depends. Is the running game effective or not? But if it's effective and it stays effective, you don't even have to throw the ball because as long as the running game continues to be very, very good, you're going to wear out that defense. And they're not going to be able to stop any running after that.
Lamar Jackson didn't need to run. He did run. I mean, he did. He had some carries, 11 carries for 82 yards. But guess what? He was getting out of bounds. He got what he needed to get his ass out of bounds. Hey, Kenyon Drake can take these hits. Which was bouncing off of him.
The last thing the Ravens need is Lamar Jackson getting hurt.
So the Ravens moved to 6-3, and they lead the AFC North. And the Saints, who had an opportunity to share the lead with Tampa Bay and Atlanta, slipped it up, and they dropped to 3-6. Now, Playmakers of the week. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Joe Mixon for the Cincinnati Bengals and Patrick Mahomes. Joe Mixon, 22 carries, 153 yards. And how many touchdowns on the ground?
5.
So 4 on the ground, 1 through the air. Oh, yeah, 4 catches, 58 yards and a touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, I just gave you a stat. If you didn't catch it, here it is. 43 out of 68, 446 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Oh, but he ran the ball 6 times for 63 yards and a touchdown. When he was getting 10 yards of carry on the Titans defense. I just started to realize that. He got 10 yards of carry on the Titans defense. When's the last time anybody got 10 yards of carry on the Titans defense?
Feels like it's been forever.
Playmakers of the week. One is a running back, one's a quarterback, and you can't deny it because look at them damn numbers.
Nope.
All right, the standings go like this. The 1 game difference went to Bearman, which he took a shade off my league, but it's still up there at 7, which is still like a good ways to go. But we still got 9 more weeks to go.
Well, you know, 3 straight weeks with 9 wins. That's good.
That is what it is. So we're going to take a break right here. When we come back, we're going to preview Thursday Night Football, which should be a doozy because we have an NFC South showdown on Thursday Night Football.
Paint Train Pipe Bomb Productions and the Playmakers blog are now both partnered with Fanatics. Fanatics is now your new home for all fan merchandise from the MLB, the NFL, the NBA, the NHL, MLS, NASCAR, WWE, international soccer leagues, and golf. Check out the links below for everyday deals on fanatics.com.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to ArchRivals Football Season 4. We just finished recapping Week 9. Week 10 begins Thursday, and we're going to the Queen City of Charlotte, North Carolina, there, man.
Woo!
Which means you know what team we're finna talk about.
Mm-hmm. And we're not talking about the four horsemen.
Nope, we're not. We're going to Charlotte, North Carolina, because the Panthers are hosting Thursday Night Football in a rematch with the Atlanta Falcons.
Didn't we just have the? It feels like we just had the match.
Week 8 down in the ATL. Overtime victory for Atlanta Falcons, 37-34, because DJ Moore decided to take off his helmet after catching the game-tying touchdown, which made the field goal even longer than it was supposed to be with the kicker. Missed it. That same kicker had an opportunity in overtime. He missed that kick, but that was more shorter than this one that he tried to win the game. He missed that one in Young Way Cool for the Atlanta Falcons. Kicked the game-winning field goal through. That was 2 weeks ago, and we're right back here again. This time at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. Here is the rematch. And before I let Bearman go on this one, just to give you some stats to get you started, Bearman. PJ Walker was 19 for 36, 317, a touchdown and a pick. Marcus Mariota on the other side, 20 for 28, 253, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. Deontay Foreman led the way for the Carolina Panthers with 26 carries, 118 yards, 3 touchdowns. DJ Moore led the receiving crew, 6 catches, 152 and a touchdown for the Atlanta Falcons. Huntley led the way for the running game, 16 carries, 91 yards. Kyle Pitts had 5 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown there, man. Round 2. Falcons, Panthers.
I'd imagine Baker is coming in as the starter.
From early reports saying that PJ Walker is still a starting quarterback. Also reports coming out saying Sam Darnell might be coming off IR.
Either way, yeah, this is definitely something that Ricky would say. Either way, it's going to make very little to absolutely no difference. So it's absolutely pointless. But this time it's at home. It's Carolina's at home, so. Atlanta, both teams are a little bit.
I mean, they did beat Tampa Bay 21-3 at home.
Yeah. Atlanta is, upset about that loss to Los Angeles. I gotta go with Atlanta, honestly.
All right, Vegas says 3-point for the road team, which is the Falcons. ESPN says 66.4% in favor of the Dirty Birds. I don't know who's starting that quarterback for Carolina. That's the problem. I have no idea who's starting that quarterback. But I got a feeling this is going to be a very entertaining game to watch for Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit, because after what took place in Atlanta, which is still fresh in the minds of both teams, Carolina might come out to try to prove something like, y'all got away with it because of a stupid penalty by DJ Moore. Which tells me that if the secondary of the Falcons don't tighten together, DJ Moore might go off for another big game on them. and it could be very costly at that. But hey, the Falcons did get their starting running back in Cordero Patterson. They ain't use him as much against the Chargers, but he is back in the lineup, so that's a good thing for the Falcons. I don't know. Y'all gonna have to wait until I make the post for Thursday night's pick to see where I'm going. He's going Falcons. He's not giving the Panthers no chance.
No, I didn't say the Panthers have no chance. I'm just going with the Falcons.
So I don't know yet. I might have to flip a coin on this one.
You got a quarter on you?
I'm gonna have to flip a coin on this one. This. Oof.
And that's gonna be done off camera, right?
Yeah, gonna be done off camera, that's for sure. Because I sure got to think on this one.
It's gonna be done backstage.
This one gonna be a little tricky, okay? This ain't like everybody pick the Eagles to beat the damn Texans, okay? This ain't one of them games. This is a NFC South Division rivalry game, and the Falcons know they got away with one, and the Panthers know it, and I'm pretty sure they still steaming off that. Part of the reason why they got their ass whooped by the Cincinnati Bengals the way they did, despite not having Jamar Chase. So they got that on top of that as well. So somebody got to fill these paws of the Panthers. Why not be the Dirty Bros who will escape at home against you?
The problem is with the Panthers, we don't know who's going to be starting, but like I said, our buddy Ricky would say it's not going to make a difference anyway.
The way this season is going, anything's possible right now.
Yeah. As you say, any given Sunday, right?
That's been definitely the Jets beating the Bills, Green Bay getting beat by the Lions, the Falcons boat racing the 49ers a few weeks back. I mean, there's some games you look at, you're like, how in the hell did this happen? Oh, by speaking of Green Bay, the Jets, didn't the Jets go to Lambeau Field and beat Green Bay?
Oh, yeah, that's right. 27-10.
The way this season is going, every game Sunday is like the real definition right now of this season. So, any parting words for the people of Betterman?
I don't know, but just wish you once again a very happy birthday. And I'm sure you saw the message from my social media team on the Bear of Texas podcast Twitter.
Yes, I did. I appreciate it.
Yep, and that was in fact under my orders.
Appreciate it.
I'm pretty sure one of them, felt like saying, "I wonder what it's like to deal with Alex." I'm like, enough.
The better question is, they need to ask you what's like to deal with me and Ricky. But hey, tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, bear down the gridiron. The rankings have came out. I have them listed and ready. I have the game set, and
I know you can't wait. You're basically pacing like a lion. You just want to break through the gate. You just want to get that. You just want to get to that.
I think Bearman's gonna like where TCU and Texas are ranked at in this latest poll.
Well, here's a little preview because I'm gonna basically express a bit of concern the fact that UT is favored.
And I know why. And I understand why, too.
Because it's in Austin?
Nope. And by the way, y'all said TCU was being disrespected because they was ranked 7 in the initial poll. Well, they are higher than 7. And guess what? They have Big Noon coming there. They have College Game Day coming there. And they are the game of the week. So...
As a matter of fact, I've already kind of described the atmosphere of this game. It's going to be a Ric Flair Harley Race old school wrestling classic.
So y'all get ready for tomorrow because Bearman's in a pickle.
Yeah, of course, everybody asks me, wait, who's who? Who's Ric Flair and who's Harley Race?
So Bearman's in a pickle when it comes to tomorrow's game talk. We'll see what he says and we'll see what I say. So until then, that is the Bearman. I am the Playmaker. We are signing out for tonight. We'll catch y'all tomorrow.
You've just experienced ArchRivals Football Season 4. Click that like button and subscribe so you'll be notified when a new Arch episode is live on the air. Check out our sponsor links down below for everyday deals on Fanatics, NFLshop.com, and Points.com. Need merch? Check out www.paintrainpipebomb.threadless.com for quality merch at amazing prices. Tune in again next time for ArchRivals Football Season